So I get to work at the university, and I work with an amazing program that works with students. I work with first-generation low-income kids, and we break the poverty cycle. There's been a number of challenges, and at first I shy away from challenge. I'm not a conflict person, I'm a conflict avoider. And there were some situations where I couldn't shy away because of my faith. And when you start a new job, you don't know your rights, you don't know the professional boundaries. And so I was intimidated, and I pulled back, and I didn't know what was happening. I was lacking confidence professionally. I had my supervisors speaking on this topic, and I had doubts of who am I to challenge them. I just simply said I disagreed, that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's when my supervisors turned on me and aggressively came in and started degrading, belittling me in front of the whole staff. And it took, ironically, an atheist friend of mine in the staff meeting to stand up and say, "You're only proving his point because look what's happening." Someone speaks out, and then they surrounded me physically saying, "How could you believe that? How could you think like that?" And I went home shooken up, and I just kept thinking, oh my goodness, and I kept calling out to God, why is this happening? And I felt God still saying, you're there for a reason. This is happening for a reason. I had a meeting with the president of the university, and right before the meeting of the universities with the president, all of a sudden my supervisors changed and everything switched because they knew I wasn't going to give up. After years, after the incident, after the pressure and so forth, I looked back and I saw my growth in my faith, my growth in standing for truth, my growth professionally. I was able to articulate strong stances, respectful stances to the university, to the colleges, to my supervisors about why I wouldn't support something and why I don't believe we should just add a single-sided perspective on this controversial topic. I had to grow spiritually into God's Word. Obviously, we all do. But I had to grow academically because the institution could not hear me, could not understand me when I quoted scriptures or when I said, this goes against the Bible. They can understand me and hear me when I'm able to articulate psychological effects, negative effects for people in this community. That's the part where it started to change my conversations, my meetings with a number of administrators. And so that's the part I would encourage all Christians to do, is grow spiritually and grow apologetically. My name is Dan, and God is big because He is faithful.